Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. And today we have a great love reading. Yes, we do. And how do I know this? Because my little crystal ball is here. And these are usually love readings. Yes, they usually are. And some of them are about your own personal spiritual growth. Yeah, they can definitely be about that. Raising your consciousness, feeling much better about life, happier, more confident, because that's what happens when we do raise. And then other times it is about, sometimes, it's a love reading about you and somebody else, right? Did I say there was a third thing here? Well, maybe, but so let's see what it is here. Let's see what the message is for today. The bottom of the deck is justice. And justice is what it is. Maybe things are, the scales of the universe are balancing out justice, right? Yeah, because that's what the universe will do. If something is not balanced, the universe will come in and balance it for you. And you're like, well, I like the way it was, possibly, but maybe something was really going well in a way. But it's not to take anything from you. It is to balance things. So, there's a lot to be said about that balance, universal, or the universe comes into, right? It's it is. It's very interesting there. It's almost like when we talk about love and hate, right? There will be a balance. If there is hate somewhere, then now there will be like a balance. Then love will be shown, right? Yeah, it's definitely a discussion, right? But we're talking about love here. We don't talk about hate. But you guys, I'm just using that as an example, right? And and so let's see what we have though today. And did I already cut these? I don't think I did. Let's see what we have. And let's get some oracle cards for you guys, Sagittarius. Let's see what we have. These are the twin flame cards. So maybe that's why this is going to be a love reading, right? Let's see what we have for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We have enter your vortex, aligning with infinite abundance. Look at that. Wow, right? Who always talks about the vortex? Abraham Hicks, right? Yeah, even her book is The Vortex, something like that. But these are completions. 10-10. 10-10 can be about two people. It can be you're on the right path. Whenever we have, it can be 11-11 is also another you're on the right path. But aligning with infinite abundance, how beautiful is that? Let's see what else we have here. And we see the swirl with all the kind of the daisies there as well. And we have one with self blossoming. So one with self means that somebody is in a really good place with themselves. The lotus flowers here, when we see blossoming, it's kind of like blooming, like somebody is growing and they're happy with themselves. And maybe that wasn't the case before, right? But we have aligning, something is aligning here because somebody is in a good vibration. That's really in a high vibration. That's really it, right? Really no other way to look at that. Let's see what we have, and that is 8 and 8, right? Eights are about power. Yeah, they are. And progress and movement. They can be about change, too, because of that progress and movement. Let's see what else we have. I feel like we have change in this reading. And power, self-power, personal power, because we have one with self. Exactly. The trout and the lily of the valley. Yes. And so here are these beautiful lilies. And the trout, this is a rainbow trout, yeah, and he's pretty cute too, right? But we have purification, and purification is, it can be kind of, it's usually a difficult situation, purification, or a difficult process. I beg your pardon. Let's have a look at that card, yeah, and so we can find it pretty easily here. She's got many cards here that are, I can't explain it, and so here it is. And this is about, is there a harmony within my personal ecosystem? Is there a harmony? Okay, so there is, because we have one with self, right? So this is right. And so we have your difficulties are subsiding and happiness will soon be restored. Now is the perfect time for quiet meditation and deep introspection. So that's what I said. The purification is something difficult, right? It can be kind of like the night of the soul. It can. A difficult awakening, and whoa, like when you're changing, and could be coming into trusting your intuition, or knowing that life isn't, what you thought it was, things like that. Raising your awareness about life and about yourself. And so, yeah, and so we also have, how do I tell the difference between a toxic person, excuse me, you guys, situation or idea, and one that is required for balance? See, we keep talking about balance. So that's what that means in the reverse, though, right? It talks about toxicity in the reverse. And so somebody has moved a toxic element aside in their life. And that makes sense too, because Sagittarius, if you are one with self and you're raising your consciousness, aligning with infinite abundance. This sounds so beautiful. I just want to, I want to claim this reading, right? And both the trout and the lily of the valley symbolize return and restoration. A river or lake teeming with trout indicates a balanced and healthy ecosystem. Not ecosystem, ecosystem. Conservation efforts at rewilding streams often focus on reintroducing trout to their native habitats. Once rivers have been decontaminated and barriers such as dams removed. Wow, yeah, the dams block the fish, right? That is their habitat, the river, and so the dam is blocking. Yeah, that's not a good thing, right? Any kind of blockage, especially with water. I mean, unless you have flooding, then that's different. But water should not be blocked, really. I mean, I suppose we need dams though too. And that's another subject. I was kind of reading about that, where they're not good. They're not good. Like they're supposed to be able to kind of restore things or like prevent flooding and this and that, but they actually harm they can actually harm the ecosystem, these dams. And that's what they're talking about here. Let's get another card. Let's see what we have for. And did I flip them? Yeah, I did. And so now we have the sheep and the blackberry. This is devotion. And so beautiful. Here is the sheep. Yeah, and he looks kind of wise there. I don't know if he wants to eat blackberries or not. Maybe he's protecting them. That I'm not sure about. Let's have a look at. And it's a number 5. Interesting, because 5s are about. They're kind of about learning challenge, like dealing with challenges in order to move on. Yeah, that's what they're about. And let's see what it says here about the sheep. Yeah, and how can I better care for my relationships, spiritual practices, or work? And so, in what people or practices do you find a wisdom and stability? Do you find wisdom? So we're already talking about that here. There's wisdom and there's balance here. And there's a toxic element that has been removed here. And I'm not sure what that is. A behavior, another person, we're not being told here, right? And remember to care well for these sources of guidance and protection. Yeah, and so the sheep and the blackberry calls us to focus on our commitments, whether they're to a partner, a job, a creative practice, or a spiritual tradition. Yes, we have to focus on our commitments, right? And just listening to a Jungian video about decisions, and you have to be able to commit to some decisions in your life, and you can't go through life being, well, that might not work out for me, so I'm not going to try. Right? Because we will be blocking our own joy and our own growth. We have to be able to make a decision and accept that it could be a mistake. We just do the best we can, right? But blackberries are symbols of protection with their large brambling thorns. Sheep are innocent and vulnerable and must be watched over and guided. Wow. Okay, so I guess the thorns look like they are kind of blocking the foxes. That's how it looks here, right? Or maybe wolves. And so their abundant fruit also symbolizes prosperity. Combining the energies of the two gives us a direction which is honor our promises, allowing them to fruit and flourish. So maybe that you made a promise to somebody, Sagittarius, or somebody made a promise to you. We're not sure about that. We weren't there at the time. No, we weren't. We didn't do a psychic reading. No, we're not on that, not on that person, right? Yes, and they are showing up with predictions now. Yeah, they are, the psychic readings. They just are. So, I am able to make predictions. I told my friend, you're going to have to make a very important choice. You're going to be like challenged with with this choice. And so a month after that, she tells me, yeah, you know what, blah 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 blah, I have to choose between this and that. Yeah, so we have intuition, the bat and the hellebore. So the hellebore is some type of beautiful flower here. I believe it's beautiful. So the intuition, the bat is about an awakening, right? And so somebody's trusting their intuition here big time. So let's see what we have in this reading, Sagittarius. And if you'd like your own psychic reading, you sure can get one. The link is below. You click on the calendar. And yes, I'm also a certified past life regression therapist. Those are very powerful to help you move forward more calm and more confident in your life. They are so powerful. Oh my goodness, right? And your higher mind chooses the past life that will help you in this one. Yeah, it's super fascinating. And we do those over a video call, right? Like a Zoom. So yeah, and the same thing with the psychic readings. We do them on a video call, and very personal, lots of fun and empowering with the guidance. Yes. So let's see what we have. Send me an email if you would like a past life regression reading. And let's see what we have, Sagittarius. We have the sun. All right. So there's clarity in this reading, right? Somebody here like kind of eliminated a toxic element in their life. And this sun card talks about aligning with infinite abundance. It talks about happiness and joy, right? We have one with self, blossoming joy. And the sun is about success, the truth, and also warmth and growth and things like that. Yeah, the sun's very beautiful. And if you really think about it, the sun is about 2. Right, because it's a 19, and so that can be 20. And when we have a 2 in numerology, it can be about choices you make. It can be about 2 paths. It can be about seeing the path, because the sun is always showing us, is always providing clarity, right? And so we have here, we have the Hierophant, and here he is. He has a big ruby on his crown, and I mean, my pastor doesn't, so what's up with that, right? No. Another video, right? So here we have this angel, and this is the Lovers, so maybe there is a Gemini here, and the Hierophant is Taurus. And what else here? Let's go ahead and cover the bottom of them. These people here. We don't want a problem with YouTube. No, we don't. And yeah, let's see, we got little cards are kind of not here. So let's just cover it like that. And all right, so, we have the Lovers, yeah, and this is Gemini. Over here is Leo with the sun. We have 3 major arcanas here. This is very cool. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. It could be a Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. It may be somebody who embodies that energy. We have the Strength card, so a lot of Leo energy here, right? We have the Queen of Swords. Could be an air sign, Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra. And yeah, and over here, the Queen of Pentacles, did I say Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn? So a lot of potential folks showing up. 9 of Swords, could be anybody who's upset here, and that is in the Concerned. We have the Star, and the Star, is Aquarius energy, right? And so the Star is beautiful. It's about hope and healing and inspiration and intuition and balance. It's about balance as well. Whenever we see the water, it can be about harmony. It can. And let's see what else. We have Knight of Swords. Yeah, there's action that's being taken in this reading. It's not just that somebody kind of loves you here, Sagittarius. And this may be you. This could be, if this is about you, this is a lot of self-love and higher awareness, and maybe that is what you are devoted to. You're devoted to your own soul growth, but you might have gotten rid of a toxic element in your life. Maybe it's a relationship. That's just not really clear here. But there is a choice being made in this reading. We have the Lovers is a choice. It's also a major recognition, the Lovers, because it's a number 6, and the 6 is recognizing, like almost like a major message, and she's coming to bring the message to, this couple, right, who was kind of supposed to be, kind of Adam and Eve. But aside from that, because we're not talking religion here. Here is the snake, though. It is about desire for sure, right? And the snake was representing that, I believe. And so here she is, she's saying, heed my call. She's kind of saying that because she has her hand up here, but she's blessing them. So it's not like she's blessing them, but she does have a message for them, and they look very interested to hear it. Like, whoa. And so there's some type of a whoa message in this reading, right? And maybe it is kind of through through your intuition, Sagittarius, or theirs. We're not sure, right? You or them. And let's get a card on the Hierophant, which sits in the challenge over the Nine of Swords. There could be a toxic marriage here. There could. But let's see what else. We have the Nine of Wands in the challenge. This is the wounded warrior. This is somebody who's being very resilient and going to fight to the bitter end. He even has a bandage on his head. And he said, well, I'm drinking a lot of kale and eating a lot of carrots and, whatever else, spirulina, right, in my smoothie. And so he goes, I can handle this, right? And so here he is fighting, and this Hierophant is here. This can be fighting for my faith, fighting for what I believe in, because the Hierophant is about faith. Fighting for my value, what I really value. And interestingly enough, we are coming to the Taurus full moon, and that is really about values. It can be about money for some, but a couple other things. But when it really gets down to it, it's about what do you value. So, a lot of people are going to be questioning what they value around the time of the full moon. What's important to me, right? And so the Lovers is here. What's important is that a choice has been made, and somebody is going to fight for a relationship with you. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are. And that's how it looks here. And whatever that may mean, but there's a toxic element leaving. And, excuse me, we have the Queen of Pentacles with the Three of Swords. Like, there could have been a third party in this reading. It may be an ego, maybe a toxic element, could be, somebody's behavior or, characteristic that they are leaving behind. It could be a physical relationship, right? Could be. And right here is the mindset is courage and self-mastery. Well, we know there's self-mastery because we have one with self and blossoming. And the purification will do it. It'll clean all your toxins out, the purification, right? It could be a difficult process. It can. We have the Four of Pentacles. And so this is the mindset here. This is having the courage to hold on to whatever you want to hold on to, what you value. Yeah. And in this reading, it looks like it is you, of course, right? Or you're holding on to something that you really value. With this Taurus, where's Taurus? The Hierophant here and the Taurus full moon coming. Sometimes that can mean, what do I value? But like, in terms of, possibly like, how do I earn my money? Right? And that could be, it could play out in a few different ways. But it is definitely about value. Taurus is about money too, about stability and a few other things. But we have the Queen of Swords here, and as in the near future, it's a discernment showing up with the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Wands. So this can't get any more beautiful right here. We'll move the camera down, Sagittarius, so you can see these other cards. And here we have change, growth. It's beautiful, right? And so a new beginning, somebody's discerning. You're discerning if there's going to be change in a situation and if you're going to have a new beginning in love, or someone else is doing that. And if it's them, somebody here is really in a good place with themselves. They are at peace, like all is well, because they have left, maybe it's toxic friends. It could be, there's, of course, everybody's had one or two, or even toxic family members that, hey, I got to cut you loose. I'll come see you once in a while. But other than that, because you have to live in peace, right? Your job is to take care of yourself. Maybe that's going on in this reading. Something toxic. Nine of Swords with the King of Swords here. So far the King and the Queen are here. This could be, this can talk about a divine couple. It can also talk about much discernment has gone on, and decision too. We know decision, the lovers is here. The star, Sagittarius, in the environment with temperance. Oh my God, how beautiful is that? So this is balance, hope, healing, and kind of like living, if this is your person and you guys are going to have a relationship here, which it does look like, it's going to be like there's so much soul growth here that you guys are really going to get each other, or you're going to feel good with that person, right? I don't mean just romantically, right? Because no, we're not talking about that right now. We're talking about soul growth and balance and harmony because of it. And here we have the Knight of Swords. This is, I'm going to take action on this. That's what this is. And in the potential outcome is the wish. So that's what's going to happen in this reading, Sagittarius. Yeah, I believe it is. So we're going to end this now. Thank you so much for joining me here. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the little bell in order to receive all my notifications. Yeah, if you want to see the the Scorpio new moon, which is still going on, because the November, and what I mean by that, the moon is not in Scorpio today, but the horoscopes I have, if you like to see the horoscopes, they are kind of really up until the 15th for the most part, but I will put those, pin them on the top of the comments so you can have a look at that. Good content. Yeah, it is. Thank you so much for joining me here. That's for all the 12 signs. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.